welcome to this month's market report. For those of you who don't know me or haven't watched my channel before, my name is Daniel Sharp. I'm a realtor that lives in Easton Park. I've lived here since 2021. I used to be a band director for 10 years. I quit teaching full-time about 4 years ago. Was doing real estate for about 6 years on the side. And so, yeah, now I'm a full-time real estate agent. And because I live in Easton Park, I figured I have a YouTube channel. I made a second one just for Easton Park because I know a lot of people and even agents watch this channel to get a lot of the data that I pull up for the neighborhood. So if you're considering buying or selling in Easton Park, definitely reach out to me. I do consider myself a local expert at this point with just the amount of local data I've looked at for Easton Park. But cool, let's jump into this month's market report. So this first slide we're looking at is February closed resale. For this past February. And so you can see on here on the far right, I put the list price. I can't put the close price because we're a non-disclosure state. And so we don't want Travis County Appraisal District knowing what people actually paid for their homes. We need to keep them guessing. So I only put the list price here, but if you are interested in more specific information, you can reach out to me. Happy to share that on a one-on-one basis. You can see days on markets all over the place, right? So we had some that put the home on market at a great price, I'm assuming, and then they were able to get it sold within 5 days. We have others that, it's taken over a year. So it's really all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason as far as it should take you about this long if you're thinking of selling your home. A lot of it just comes down to, okay, the condition of the home and then the price that we're willing to post it at. But I will say the market is looking a lot stronger than a year ago. 1 year ago, when I did this video, we had 1 resale home sale in February. So now we have 5, we have 7 currently under contract. A big reason for this is also just interest rates are much lower. A 30-year conventional a year ago was running around 6.75. And as of recording, we're right at 6.0 today. So yeah, looking better as far as the market with interest rates, meaning more buyers are going to come in this spring. This next slide is the rental report. This is going to be all of the single family and condo rentals currently in Easton Park and also the BB Living. I'm actually the listing agent for the 4 listings over there, and they're included in this also. So we have 19 rentals available, same as last month. 12 are currently under contract and 12 properties closed in February. Compare that to 9 in January. I definitely anticipate that number going up. As March through July is typically when most renters are looking to find a new place. Median days on market for those were 30 days. This is great to know if you're considering renting out a property in Easton Park. This gives you a sense of roughly how long it takes. And then the graph here, this is all closed rentals the past 90 days. And each line is based on square foot range. So this kind of gives you a sense of, okay, what's the median close price for a home that's about 1,400 square feet? So that gives you a good sense if you're thinking of renting out, quick ballpark number, you kind of know what your home is worth rent-wise. Obviously, reach out to a realtor to get a more specific number to look at comps. This is also good if you or someone you know is thinking of renting in Easton Park, then they have a good idea of roughly how much it costs for the size of home that we have here. And then lastly, I always put in the bottom right, Good Neighbor Property Management. I don't have a contract with them or anything. I'm not getting paid to call them out every month. I think they're a good company. Drew Foley lives in Easton Park, so he's a neighbor. I think they do a great job. I used them for a year with my investment property I have in Easton Park, and I thought they were very good. So if you are considering becoming a landlord for the first time, I highly recommend at least having a conversation with Drew, because he has a wealth of knowledge on that side of real estate. And then definitely I would work with them at least a year just to kind of get the ropes, because they definitely know what they're doing on that side of it. Okay, this next slide is if you're a buyer considering getting new construction in Easton Park. So this is a new build neighborhood that should be completed by 2037 is the plan right now. So as of recording, we have 11 more years of just continuously pushing south. They're going to extend Slaughter Lane to connect 183, and Slaughter Lane is actually going to cut through the middle of Easton Park. Right now, it's just south of us. But this gives you a really good idea of the 7 builders we have. In Brookfield, I put the 3 different products they offer, the condos, the courtyard homes, and then their single-family homes, because they are very different. But mainly gives you a good sense of the price range from each builder, and then just how much inventory they have. The available, I'm a little loose with, right? Because every builder does it differently. Some builders only put up what's actually available. A lot of builders will put up what's being built, so it won't be available for another 2, 3, 4 months. So I just put all those numbers in here. But the big thing to take away, two things to take away from this. Number one, the builders had a great February. So you're seeing previous inventory on that far right column, and then to the left is currently available. Vast majority of the builders, because they're constantly building more, right? So typically we see that number stay still or go up a little bit, but a lot of them, the number went down. So they sold a lot of their inventory this past month, and you can see on the bottom right corner, 100 were available a month ago. Now there's only 77 available right now. So they definitely had a lot of buyers coming to the market there. Also, the second thing I wanted to point out, and I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to check it out on your own. But I always compare, because I've been doing this so long, these numbers to a year ago, because you can look, it's very good data, specifically because we're just looking at Easton Park and we're looking at specific builders building in Easton Park. So it's a lot more helpful data than just the Austin, greater Austin area stats. All of these prices much lower than a year ago. And so that's really good for buyers. It's also honestly really good for sellers, right? You're having to compete against these builders, and so we don't want them just sitting on market and then growing up and growing that inventory, right? I know it's kind of weird as a homeowner to hear prices are down. That's a good thing, but they were inflated to a point. There was so little movement on the market a year ago. So I think prices are more in line with getting people into a home. And so we are seeing, let me pull it up again on my side, quite a big reduction in prices across the board. From literally every single builder. A couple of builders weren't here a year ago. David Weekley and Highland are the new guys on the block. But yeah, overall, prices have come lower. Again, the interest rate much lower, as I'm sure, is causing a lot more buyers to actually jump into the market who've been waiting on the sideline. So all of this is pretty positive. We're seeing more people buying in Easton Park, which is what we want to see. We don't want to see a stale market like we've had the past couple of years. Next slide is available right now. Before we jump into this, one more point on that previous slide I want to bring up. If you are a current homeowner, to not be too worried about the prices coming down. I am also a homeowner. I bought a year ago. I know the plan that I purchased from Brookfield is lower right now, but I'm not losing sleep. I really don't care. Okay, I plan to stay in my house for 15 years before we do the next chapter of our life. And I got a great interest rate and great closing costs and great lots, and I really like what I got. So don't let price be the main thing that keeps you awake as far as is it a great time, like timing the market. The timing of your life is what matters. So make sure you're not just focusing on that price. There's also terms. There's also specifically the lot you get, the layout of your floor plan, right? Is it a huge upgrade from where you are right now, where you were before? All of those things play a role in this, because it's not just a numbers game, right? I'm recording from my home office right now. I didn't have a home office in my previous house. If you look at my old videos, there's a bed behind me because I was in a guest room. So it's important to look at it from the lifestyle and just the benefits you get from that side of it, as well as obviously trying to make a great investment at the time that you're buying. Okay, cool. So looking at this one, we're looking at what's available now. Bottom right is just resale, and we are definitely seeing more people jump into the market. So we have 17 single family homes currently available compared to 11 a month ago. Of those 17, by the way, 3 of them are flex listings. And so if you've never heard of a flex listing, it's basically a way where you can put your home on the market without any risk. You're not putting a price, you're not saying how many days it's been on market, so it doesn't track anything. So it's really good if you're considering selling your home maybe in 3 months, but you kind of want to just put feelers out. You can list it as a flex listing with a realtor, and then it's not tracking days on market. We're just getting people to come look at the house, and we ask their opinion. Hey, what do you think this is worth, right? And we start getting a little bit more data that way, and then we actually list the home. So I thought that was interesting. I've seen flex listings before. I've never seen 3 all at once in Easton Park. So that seems to be something popular that's coming up right now. If you are considering listing, that might be something to talk to your realtor about. We have 3 detached condos available compared to 1 a month ago, so definitely more on the market. Price range is quite wide. Obviously, there's a huge amount of variety of product in Easton Park. And I've changed this bottom one. I used to put the average price per square foot. It's not helpful information, right? Because there's such vast, 1,000 square feet to 4,000 square feet, that number means nothing. So I actually took it off. Instead, I'm going to put the median cumulative days on market. And so that's all days on market, not just the current listing. Okay, so if a listing was on market and then they withdrew it, maybe fired their realtor or just decided to go with a different brokerage and put it back on market, it's still the same listing. So cumulative is all the days it's been on market. It's just the more realistic number, and that's 45 days median, not average, for the 20 resale homes currently available. Cool. On the left, this is resale versus new build. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but the Brookfield condos, those would be the ones that would be the far left that you see, the 1,100 to 1,700. That would be the new build. They don't put it on the MLS. I don't know why. Kind of strange, but anyway, regardless of that one, because I know that's wrong, all of this is pulled from the multiple listing service data from Austin Board of Realtors. And so we're seeing the price per square foot based on the square foot range, which is substantial. It is important to know that. And we're seeing what you would expect to see for the most part, right? We're seeing the smaller homes, 1,700, 2,100, higher price per square foot. And then as we get larger, we get lower in price per square foot. Some of the data, it's too small to really have big impact. So for instance, you could look at the two resale that are really small and go, well, hey, that price per square foot isn't that high, which is true, but it's only 2 homes. So I'm not sure what's going on with these 2 homes. Maybe they priced it super low because they're in poor condition. Who knows what's going on with those? I will say the thing that stood out to me that I would dig into if I was a buyer is I'd want to know more about the 5 resale available between 2,100 to 2,600 square feet. That's a really low average price per square foot for that size of home. And so I'm sure there's 1 or 2 pretty good deals in there. So yeah, if you want more info on that, I'm happy to dig into that and see what's out there. And that's it for this month. So if you are considering buying or selling real estate in Easton Park, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to help you and your family find a great home in our awesome neighborhood. Definitely talk to a realtor. I'm talking to buyers now, before you step into that sales office. It's really important, whether it's me or whether it's someone you already are working with. Definitely use a realtor before you start talking with a sales rep, okay? It's a really, really important piece of advice that specifically new first-time homeowners, they just don't know, right? You'll walk in and just kind of chat with the sales rep at any builder. Their whole purpose is to sell you a home, one of their homes. A good realtor's purpose is to serve you and give you really good advice and just kind of be a sounding board for you. So if that sounds good to you, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you secure a great home and a great deal. Until next time, hope to see you guys around town.